the biggest weekend in horse racing, the fastest 2 minutes in sports. And if you've got the right horse, it can be the best 2 minutes of your entire year. We've been grinding the form, analyzing the pace, breaking down every contender, because in the Kentucky Derby, you don't guess, you attack. And when they turn for home, pure chaos, absolute pressure, total adrenaline. It's the best sweat in sports. And it's never over until that wire hits. That's why I've teamed up with DraftKings this year, the place where betting happens. You've got all the odds, all the races, and the same experience you already trust, especially for the biggest weekend in all of horse racing. And here's the play. All customers get a shot at a share of $1 million if your horse wins the Kentucky Derby when you place an eligible bet of $5 or more. That's right. Bet the Kentucky Derby winner. Get a share of $1 million. Minimum wagers $5, straight single horse win bets only, reward issued via click and claim. If you're betting the Derby, and you absolutely should be, this is the way to do it. Sign up using promo code racingdudes, bet smarter, win bigger, and we'll see you at the wire. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to racingdudes.com. Welcome back to another one of our previews. It's Kentucky Oaks Day at Churchill Downs, Friday, May 1st, race 13 on the card. Going a mile and an eighth here. Field of 14. We do have one scratch already, but don't worry. We've got also eligibles who are into the race. So still a field of 14. We'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, I should say. So there it is, field of 14. We're going to go by them one by one here, and we're going to start with the number one, Explora. Explora coming in for Bob Baffert. Flavian Pratt will get the mount for the second straight time. The last time we saw this horse, she was the winner of the Grade 3 Honeybee at Oaklawn Park by 3/4 of a length. Unfortunately, that was all the way back on March 1st, so it'll be 2 months since we've seen Explora in a race. Classy horse for sure. 2 races back, lost by a length and a half to Meaning at Santa Anita. Won a stakes race at Santa Anita 3 races back, and then to end her 2-year-old season 4 races back, second, beaten 3/4 of a length in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. So classy horse, no doubt about it. I think when you look at Explora, the biggest problem, just haven't seen her in those 2 months, and where's she been? What's she been up to? Why haven't we seen her? That's kind of the big question mark there. She also draws the rail. She's a horse with a lot of speed that draws the rail, and there's a lot of speed in this race, and it's a little worrisome. This pace is going to be pretty hot. So that is going to be something Flavian Pratt's going to have to navigate from the inside of all those other horses. The number 2 is Zany. Zany coming in here off of her first defeat of her career. That came in the Ashland Stakes last time out, where she was second, beaten 2 1/4 by Percy's Bar. 2 races back, she did win at Tampa Bay Downs in an ungraded stakes race by 2 3/4. Not the flashiest of efforts, that's for sure, but still a victory nonetheless. 3 races back, this was kind of her claim to fame as a 2-year-old. She won the Demoiselle at Aqueduct by 8 1/2 and did it fairly easily. That was going the distance of 1 1/8 miles, which is what we're doing here. You're kind of hoping, if you're in this camp of the favorite, lukewarm favorite at 4-1, but if you're in this camp, you're kind of hoping, hey, getting back to 1 1/8 miles, that's what this horse wants to do. Her last race in the Ashland was the one that really bothered me. She was a little kind of all over the place, I thought, in the race at Tampa, but I thought, hey, it's the first time off the layoff, not too worried about it. The Ashland, I don't know. It kind of looked like she was spinning her wheels down the stretch. She kind of flip-flopped her leads as well. And so just a little bit of worry for me for a lukewarm favorite here, coming off a 2 1/4 length victory against Percy's Bar, a horse that we hadn't seen since the Breeders' Cup of last year. So it just seemed, I don't know, it just seems like maybe the price is a little too short on Zany. Could win. Also don't love the inside draw for her either. So I think she's going to have to really, really improve off of those 2 efforts. Number 3 is Search Party coming in here for Mark Cassie. Search Party has been a pretty consistent horse. Kind of reminds me of Silent Tactic in the Kentucky Derby. Same trainer here, and same kind of pattern. 4 races at Oaklawn Park. Ended on December 27th, into the 2-year-old season, I should say, with a 6-length win and a maiden special weight. Came back to win a stakes in her next start. Next time out was 4th in the Honeybee, and then the next time out 2nd in the Fantasy. So she's been around. She just hasn't quite got the job done when moving up in competition these last 2 races. Now, can she turn it around here? Does 1 1/8 miles suit her? Yes, I think so. And yes, she can turn it around, but she's going to have to get a little bit better in the spot today. The stablemates are right together. The number 4 Counting Stars is next here. An erratic horse, but a horse when at her best has been pretty darn good. We'll take it back all the way to debut at Keeneland when she was beaten 14 3/4. Popped right out of that race. Excuse me, that was a stakes race at Keeneland, 6 races back, where she was beaten 14 3/4 after breaking her maiden impressively at Churchill Downs. Popped out of that poor effort at Keeneland with a stakes win at Oaklawn, then had another stakes win at Oaklawn, and things were looking great. Moved up for the first start of 2026 to the Martha Washington and just didn't run at all. Just stopped, completely stopped, walked off and beaten over 60 links. So clearly something happened that day, just like something happened at Keeneland, her second start of her career. She bounces out of that, though, to finish second, only beaten 3/4 of a length to Honeybee before dominating the fantasy stakes by 5.5 lengths last time out. Last time out, she set closer to the pace than she usually does. Hadn't set that close to the pace since her last race of the 2-year-old season, which was where we saw, I thought, her second best effort of her career in that one in the years in stakes. So, from this inside draw, did they kind of just get her out? Hopefully she breaks, get her out towards the front. Probably so. I think Counting Stars is in here with a big shot at 8-1. The number 5 is Meaning, coming in from Santa Anita. It's a horse that broke the maiden at Los Alamitos last season and then ran 4th, beaten 3 3/4 in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. Bounced out of that with 2 wins in a row to start this season at Santa Anita. And last time out, the big win, going a mile and 16th, won by 2 in the Santa Anita Oaks. Obviously, a nice shipper here from California. You just got to kind of decide. California shippers, the crops, are they that strong out there? Have we been beaten easier company, or are we ready to kind of show up with a big race in this one? The number 6 is My Miss Mo. My Miss Mo, coming off back-to-back second place efforts at Gulfstream Park. On February 28th, she was second, beaten 6 lengths in the Devona Dale, going 1 mile. And, She Be Smooth just kind of dominated My Miss Mo. Last time out in the Gulfstream Park Oaks, stretching out to a mile and 16th, pretty I think a better effort, at least. Finished second, beaten 2 3/4 by Prom Queen. Prom Queen also in this race. So, look, I think My Miss Mo is going to be part of this early pace. I mentioned a little bit earlier, the pace seems very fast. My Miss Mo going to be one of those horses, I think, outsetting the pace. The number 7 is Dazzling Dame, another horse that has a lot of early speed. She set the pace before fading to second last time out at Colonial Downs in the Virginia Oaks. Not much of a challenge there. Kind of got beat pretty easily. 2 races back was a runaway winner of the Bashanda Stakes at Aqueduct. This horse, like I said, has a lot of early speed. Can she hang around? I think that is questionable. That's why she's 30-1 on the morning line. But she does have a lot of early speed, and she could, kind of be another one of those horses that gets this pace going in a big way. The number 8 Bottle of Rouge has scratched. So the number 8 Bottle of Rouge, who won the Virginia Oaks and beat Dazzling Dame, she has scratched. She is now out of the race. We will talk about the number 15, who's not on this list, this graphic that I have. We'll talk about that one when we get to number 15, because she is now in the field. The number 9, Always a Runner, is next. Hey, Chad Brown's got a horse with 2 career starts trying the biggest race of her career in the Kentucky Oaks. It kind of sounds like Emerging Market, who's trying the same in the Kentucky Derby. They kind of have the same running style a little bit as well. They kind of drop back towards the middle of the pack, try to make one big run. This horse at Tampa on February 6th broke the maiden by 6.5 under a stranglehold. Basically just didn't let her do a whole lot there. And then she jumped up to the grade 3 Gazelle last time out, going this distance of 1.125 miles, and looked pretty darn good closing in that one, first time going long. Now we're second time going long. Should see improvement. 1.125 miles is certainly what this filly wants to do, being by gun runner out of a Malibu Moon mare. Lot to like about Always a Runner. A whole lot to like about this horse. I'm a big fan of hers. I think she comes in with a big shot. And unlike the Kentucky Derby, the Kentucky Oaks, a little bit easier to navigate for a lightly raced horse, and I think that will help Always a Runner in this spot. The number 10 is Prom Queen. Prom Queen coming off back-to-back dominant performances at Gulfstream Park. After losing on debut, she came back to break her maiden, going 1.16 miles by 8 lengths, and then won the Gulfstream Park Oaks last time out by 2 3/4. A dominant and impressive effort from Prom Queen in that spot. Since stretching out to 1.16 miles, she's 2 for 2. No reason to think she's not in with a big shot here. I think she will run very well in this spot. Prom Queen, another one. It should kind of stalk the pace. I don't think she'll fall too far behind I think will come running at the end with a big burst. So Prom Queen in here, another one with a big chance. Another horse really, really improved when stretching out to 2 turns. Number 11 is Percy's Bar. Percy's Bar coming off a win in the Ashland last time out by 2.25. It was impressive. This horse loves to rally up the rail. We've seen this horse do it before, and she did it at Keeneland in a big way. That was the first start for this horse since the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, where she ran third, beating 3/4 of a length, 3 3/4 of a length there. She couldn't get through. It was kind of a mess that day. She kind of got stopped and bumped, but still, kept running. And then 3 races back in the Darley Alcibiades actually crossed the wire first, but was disqualified, and Tommy Joe was put up there. But that was a big return to the races in the Ashland. She is kind of a horse that runs best at Keeneland. Her 2 best races clearly have been at Keeneland. I do think she shows up here with a big shot. Second off the layoff as well. You would think that would be good. And I really don't think the distance is going to bother Percy's Bar either. The number 12 is Bella Ballerina. Very consistent horse that does have a win right here at Churchill Downs. It came 3 races back in the Goldenrod, where she won by a half length. 2 races back, she won the Rachel Alexandra, again by a half length. But last time out in the Fairgrounds Oaks, she was defeated 3 3/4 of a length by Life of Joy. Life of Joy, unfortunately injured, not going to run in this race. So Bella Ballerina, I'm not sure the post is the greatest for her. She's another one that's got a lot of early speed. I think she's kind of going to have to cross over. It could heat this thing up a little bit, but Bella Ballerina, very interesting horse, very consistent, and that win at Churchill Downs obviously is going to be good for her as well. Let's go to the number 13, Pashmina, next. This horse ran second, only beaten a length and a quarter, always a runner last time out in the Gazelle. Again, the Gazelle, mile and an eighth, just like this race. 2 races back, this horse went to Sunland to run in the Sunland Park Oaks. Got third, beaten 3 lengths. Bottle of Rouge, the winner that day. And I thought Pashmina ran okay in that one. But seems to be a little bit of a cut below. But I will say the race in the Gazelle, it was a really good race. A really, really good race from her. I think she's showing up here in good form. And if she can build off that effort, who knows? Maybe she can jump up and get a piece of it. And then finally, I shouldn't say finally, we're going to do 2 more. The number 14, Brooklyn Blonde, is next. Broke the maiden 2 races back at Santa Anita after a couple of one near miss, and then 1 race she just didn't run very well. But broke the maiden last time out at Santa Anita by a length and a quarter. Jumps into the Santa Anita Oaks, the deep end of the pool. Gets second, beaten 2 lengths by Meaning. Not a very good post here. Another horse that could speed things up, has some early speed, but not really for me in this spot. I just think the post really going to hurt her, and I'm not sure she's good enough to get the job done here. Then finally, a horse that has grabbed some headlines because of the ownership group. Number 15 is Lovely Gray, and number 15 is in the body of the field now with the scratch of Bottle of Rouge. And Dave Portnoy owns this horse, and that's why I think we're going to see this horse take some money, number 1, and I think why a lot of people are excited that she's in. The problem with her is we don't really know what she's going to do on the dirt. Just 1 race on the dirt, came at Horseshoe Indianapolis way back last year in July. Got 4th, beaten 8.5, not much there. Went to the turf next, broke the maiden at Colonial Downs before a couple of 6th place efforts to end her 2025 season. Has spent the winter at Turfway Park, where she's ran 3rd in allowance, 2nd in a stakes, and 2nd in a stakes. She's getting better. She almost got the job done last time out, only beaten 3/4 of a length. Can she handle the dirt? I'm not sure, but look, you've earned your way into the race, and if you can run in the Kentucky Oaks and you own one, you're putting the horse in the race, and that's all there is to it. So we'll see if she can take that form over to the dirt. If she can, she's in with a little bit of a chance. The other problem, though, not to be overly negative, but the other problem is way outside that 15 hole. Now she will slide over and break, at least as recording of this video, from 14. Who knows? We may get more scratches, but going to be a wide trip, and that's going to be something that horse is going to have to work out for sure. 2 other also eligibles in case they get in. Number 16 is Nikon. She was 4th in the Gazelle, beaten 10 lengths last time out. And then the number 17 is Resist. She actually finished 3rd behind Lovely Gray last time out at Turfway Park. All of her races have come at Turfway Park, where she won twice and then finished 3rd in 2 stakes. So those are your two other also eligibles that could draw into the field. All right. What a race this is. This is always a tough one, but it feels like it's wide open this year. On top, I'm going to go with the number 4 Counting Stars at 8-1. I really like what she's done at Oaklawn Park in her last 2 races. I thought the Honeybee was a really good race from her. It kind of felt like she was gaining ground with every stride on Explorer. I thought the Fantasy, she ran even better, I mean, if not much better in that race. So I like number 4 Counting Stars on top in this spot. I do like number 11 Percy's Bar in second. The number 9 Always Runner in third. Always a Runner in third, I should say. And the number 10 Prom Queen in fourth. So I'm throwing out the favorites here. I'm not going to use the 2 or the 5. I'm going to take some shots in a race. It seems like it's absolutely wide open. So number 4 Counting Stars on top for me. Number 11 Percy's Bar second. Number 9 Always a Runner third. And number 10 Prom Queen in fourth. All right, guys, that'll do it for this preview of the Kentucky Oaks. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, good luck if you're betting Churchill Downs on Friday, May 1st.